Ahead of Thursday's trade deadline, while you were sleeping, Shams was busy tweeting. The big fella Kendrick Perkins is up with us early this morning, and so is our man Shams with the very latest. Shams, for those who were just waking up and haven't heard, what is the latest on James Harden?
Greeny, this was stunning for the entire NBA. The Clippers and James Harden are now working together to find him a trade out of L.A. between now and Thursday's NBA trade deadline. The Cleveland Cavaliers have emerged as the most serious team so far in this conversation, and this all came about over the last few days. James Harden and the Clippers started conversations about his future. What does it look like next year? He has essentially a player option, but it's really a mutual option for next season. He's got a $13 million partial guarantee on $40 million. And the consensus was that there was uncertainty about whether James Harden would have a future, a longer-term future with the Clippers. And both sides sitting down and seeing, is there a much more beneficial path for the Clippers to see if they can get a young player moving forward, and James Harden to see, can I find a commitment from another team that potentially has a longer-term option for me, as well as the fact that he wants to compete for a championship. And this is a Clippers team that is vying right now for the play-in tournament. James Harden does have a no-trade clause de facto in his contract, so that plays a big role in all this as well.
So he'll have control over where he goes, if he goes. Perk, before we get specific, just big picture. You read the report, what's your first reaction?
The Clippers are clipping, meaning they just can't get right. I just don't understand it. Like, the first thing came to mind is what's going on in that organization that they can't keep their hands on a guy that's averaging 25 points and third in the league in assists, and he's not happy. They have been one of the hottest teams in the NBA, if not the hottest team over the last 2 months. So I don't get that point. But here's the thing. I would like to see James Harden on another team. I would like to see him on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I do think he elevates the Cavs into being legit title contenders, especially when you're talking about the bigs that they have, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. The one thing that is facts is that James Harden brings the best out of bigs. Guys like Clint Capella, Zubac has had career years playing alongside James Harden. I would love to see James Harden in the Cavs uniform.
So let's just get more specific there. He's 36 years old. We've seen the ups and the downs in the postseason. Do you think he's a difference maker? Is James Harden the difference between Cleveland making a run to the finals and not, Big Perk?
You're damn right he is. You're damn right he is. When you talk about his transition over the last 2 or 3 years to being a legit point guard, being one of the best facilitators in the game, setting guys up, Greeny, he is that. Guys thrive when they play alongside James Harden offensively. The Cavs have been one of the biggest disappointment this season, if not the biggest disappointment. So you add a James Harden who's going to come in and not only could get you 20+, but going to make guys around them better, especially guys like Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, you damn right he elevates the Cavs.
Cleveland right now is in the 5 spot in the Eastern Conference, but just 2 games behind the Knicks and Celtics, who are in the 2 spot. Speaking of the Knicks, I want you all to hear our buddy Stephen A. Smith. We know that he has been campaigning, beating the drum, doing everything he can to get Giannis onto his beloved Knicks. Yesterday, he did a 180.
Y'all remember how I was going off about I don't give a damn what it takes, go get Giannis? Remember that? Remember I was doing that? I have changed my mind. If I'm going to move off of what we have in place right now, it needs to be the closest thing to surefire that I can get. And with Giannis's health being an issue, I'm sorry. I'm concerned. I don't know if I do that right now.
Okay. So we've heard from Stephen A. Now let's hear from Shams. We are 2 days and a few hours away from the trade deadline. What is the latest on Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Greeny, my understanding is the Bucks are sifting through the aggressive offers that have come in. We've talked about the teams that have shown the most aggressive interest. The Knicks, the Warriors, the Timberwolves, as well as the Miami Heat. And these offers have ranged from all-star caliber players to draft picks. My understanding is the Warriors are a pick-heavy offer. The Heat and the Knicks are more players and picks, and the Timberwolves are more of a player-centric package. So Milwaukee has to make a decision between now and Thursday. Do they find a deal point with one of these four franchises? Is there another team waiting in the wings potentially as well? They've set a high bar in these conversations since last week. They've wanted a blue-chip young talent and or a surplus of draft picks. Right now, it looks like they're going to have to pick and choose which one they could want, or you wait till the offseason.
Heat, Timberwolves, Knicks, Warriors. Which team, Big Perk, is Giannis away from winning the championship?
Well, I'll tell you this. I agree with Stephen A. If I'm the Knicks, I'm not touching Giannis right now. I love their roster. I love what they have. It doesn't make sense to give up that many pieces. Let me say that first. But if I'm the Timberwolves, I make that move. And especially when you talk about pairing up Giannis and Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards right now is having a career year. Anthony Edwards has been to back-to-back Western Conference Finals. Anthony Edwards need a Giannis to get him over the hump, especially when you're talking about a tough Western Conference. So if I'm Minnesota, yes, I'm putting the package together because the team that they have right now that just lost to the Memphis Grizzlies last night without Ja Morant actually needs some type of life, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is that life. And here's the most important thing, Greeny. I don't want everybody to miss out on this. Anthony Edwards is in Minnesota. Anthony Edwards, I believe, in the next 2 years, Shams, is going to be coming up for a contract extension, and we're going to be having conversations should Anthony Edwards stay in Minnesota. If you're trying to secure your young superstar for the long haul, damn it, you go out and you make that move right now if you're the Timberwolves.
All right, Shams, outstanding. We got news from Shams at the bottom of the hour. We got news from Shefty at the top of the hour. We got a busy morning. Perkins, Shams, thanks, guys. Back with you in a little bit.